You just celebrated a big milestone in your career.
Yeah.
30 years in comedy?
My first open mic night was 30 years ago this
It
month.
doesn't seem possible. It doesn't seem possible.
Yeah, I can't believe it either, man. I can't believe it either. It wasn't this month. It was March 31st, and then I didn't go on until after midnight, so technically my anniversary was April Fool's Day.
Is that perfect or what,
Which
man?
kind of makes it easy to remember. It was right around the corner at a place called Ye Old Triple N. It's not there anymore.
Was it a comedy place?
It was like they opened mic. I followed a bongo player.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder how he's doing.
How was the gig? Do you remember anything about it?
I remember being really nervous, and I remember I had one joke that worked.
What was
I
it?
told a bunch of stories, and I wasn't really sure what was happening, but I had one joke about, Ross is my middle name, Jeff Ross.
Yeah.
But my real last name is Lifschultz. So I said, Lifschultz, that's an old Hebrew word. It means, hey, you ought to change that. Good joke.
That's a good joke. You should keep that. That's a good joke.
Yeah.
Talk to me about going on tour with the Tell.
David Tell and I are back on tour. We did a Netflix special late last year called Bumping Mics.
Yeah.
And David Tell is my all-time favorite comedian. He's just a joke machine. He talks in punchlines.
He's everyone's favorite. He's unbelievable.
And it's like taking my grandma out on tour, He never wants to stay up late anymore. He doesn't want to go out and party anymore, but he's the best joke writer in the world, and I get to up my game. I love that guy. If you don't know David Tell, he looks like the last face that your puppy sees before it gets put to sleep.
That's a compliment. That's so nice of you to say. I will say.
That way he can get me back later.
This Friday, you're at the Sands, Bethlehem. Then May 25th, you're at Atlantic City at the Borgata. That's a great room.
Yeah, we sold out. We added a second show at the Borgata this weekend.
The Mirage in Las Vegas. Harrah's in Southern California, Valley Center, California. If you want to see a great comedy show, you got to watch these guys. Because, dude, I just saw you. Last time I saw you open for Rock.
That was a good one.
You opened for Chris Rock,
Yeah.
and it was unbelievable, dude. You crushed that night.
Man.
Not just the roasting part. Your stand-up was just crushing.
Yeah.
It was so great, man.
Well, when you open for Chris Rock, you get to meet all the big stars. Like, I got starstruck afterwards. I was backstage, and I was, oh, my God, Barbra Streisand. This is such an honor. Can I get a picture? And she said, I'm Mickey Rourke.
Wow. She said that. Oh, my gosh. Did you, is there, I know you've roasted Trump before.
Yeah.
You did a great job with that.
Thank you. I've roasted Donald Trump twice.
Wow.
I've known him. I feel like any second he's going to call me up and offer me a cabinet position.
It could happen, right?
Yeah.
Is there any Democrats that you're looking forward to roasting?
Oh, my God. Well, they'd all be kind of fun. Bernie would be a good roast.
Oh, yeah.
Bernie Sanders is so old. Colonel Sanders is named after him. Bernie Sanders is so old, his favorite commandment is thou shalt not cut thy hair.
These historical roasts.
Yeah.
I think it's a brilliant idea.
Thanks.
Basically, these are people that you go like, oh, I've always wanted to roast, but I can't because they're not with us.
Yeah. Well, people always say to me, like, Jeff, who would your dream roast be? And I roast the ones I love. So I stopped and I made a list of the biggest heroes I have. We're roasting Martin Luther King. We're roasting Cleopatra, who's a great female general. We're roasting Muhammad Ali, who I worship. We're roasting Anne Frank. Too soon? People have to remember these stories.
Yeah.
People always say never forget when it comes to the Holocaust. And I said, well, we have to remind young people exactly who Anne Frank was. Also, it's a cautionary tale about how we treat refugees and immigrants today. So I wanted to roast the Anne Frank roast. Yeah. Gilbert Gottfried plays Hitler. It's a funny show. And then we roast Abe Lincoln, my favorite president of all time.
I mean, how do you roast Abe Lincoln? I mean,
everyone always said Abe Lincoln had a great sense of humor. Every history book says that.
Yeah,
so
I did read that. Yeah.
Abe, Americans love you so much, we put you on the only coin that we throw in the garbage. Yeah, Abe, you should have tried emancipating that mole from your cheek.
But when you do these, you have comedians play the characters.
Yeah, Bob Saget plays Abe Lincoln.
That's perfect. Is that fantastic?
Yeah.
That is perfect.
And then on top of that, and Bob is hilarious as Abe Lincoln. I mean, he was so into it, I couldn't get him to take the hat and beard off for 3 days. And then John Stamos plays John Wilkes Booth.
No.
Yeah. So it's a pretty crazy show.
That's perfect.
Yeah, and I play myself as a Union general, the roast master general of the Union Army.
That makes so much sense. Gosh, it's a really funny show. He's a master at his craft. I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Jeff Ross roasting Abe Lincoln in historical roast. Take a look at this.
This is exciting. Are you ready for this, Mr. President?
Fire away. Bad choice of words.
I can't believe I'm meeting the great emancipator and the old rail splitter, which is also John Stamos' name on Grindr. Mr. President, you did something no modern president has accomplished. You accomplished stuff. I only roast the ones I love, and I love you, Abraham Lincoln. You not only preserved the Union and abolished slavery, but thanks to you, one day a year, we get 25% off on TVs and pickup trucks. USA! USA! USA!
Jeff Ross, everybody!
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.